Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Hard8, the truth for YouTube, your favorite commentator's favorite commentator. Yeah! What's up, people? What's happening? You already know the deal. If you missed my last video, the link is down below. Facebook group, gamer tags, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff is down below, so please go and check it out. Now, honestly, right, I ain't have no other videos to make today. So I was like, you know what? Let me address some of these dudes that got a problem with the Weapon Wheel podcast. Not really the trolls, because we already know the trolls, motherfuckers that's just creating accounts just to be able to run their fucking mouth. But there's some other people that may seem to have concern about the Weapon Wheel podcast, or they just don't understand what the Weapon Wheel podcast is all about, man. So I thought I'll speak on it a little bit. You dig? I thought I would. Plus, I ain't got nothing else to do today. You dig? So, first of all, let me start out by saying the Weapon Wheel podcast is not trying to be like any other podcast. All right? It's not trying to be like any other podcast. It's not trying to copy any other podcast or anything like that. We are in our own lane, and we would rather it stay that way. You dig? So, understand that. The Weapon Wheel podcast is about gaming. But what makes our podcast a little bit different is there's not going to be a lot of yes men in the podcast. There's not going to be a whole lot of agreeing on every motherfucking topic. There's not going to be a whole bunch of damage controlling for companies, fanboying, or any of that shit, unless it's like depending on who's the goddamn guest, who the guests are. You understand what I'm saying? I think some of y'all need to lighten the fuck up. You dig? I think y'all watch these other podcasts and y'all get stuck in y'all ways with these podcasts because we are still fresh and new with ours. And you come to the Weapon Wheel podcast expecting more of the same. And then when you see it's not more of what you are used to, then you get offended. You dig? Lighten the fuck up. We're talking about video games here, people. We're talking about video games, and everything is not always going to be, yes, man, yes, I agree with you, yes, great conversation. You're going to have debates. They might get a little bit heated. That's what it is. This podcast is not trying to be politically correct. We're not trying to sugarcoat things and make sure that we are super professionals. No, these are a bunch of gamers get together and talk about certain topics. Will the conversation deviate from the topic? Sometimes, yes, it will. But at the same time, the topic still remains gaming. You understand what I'm saying? See, this is why some people do not even want to do the podcast. Because it's not about getting attacked. Like, oh, they don't want to do it because they're going to be attacked. It's not even about being attacked. It's about you're going to have people calling you out on some of the bullshit you might spew. Now, if you're not one of these people, that run around spewing a bunch of bullshit, then you'll be fine on the Weapon Wheel podcast. You won't have any problems. Yesterday we had Emma on there. We had Robin Gaming on there. Did they get attacked? No, because they don't be running around spewing no bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about what the people that's on there give out. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, you're not getting that. You're not getting that yes man kiss your ass shit from me. I don't give a fuck if you are a man or a woman. You're not getting it from me. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all can't handle that because y'all a bunch of bitches, a bunch of little pussy ass. Yeah, I know that's how y'all is. Y'all come from a soft background and you've never been confronted and all of that. I'm not with that. You're not going to be in a call with me or in a podcast with me saying whatever the fuck you want to say, and I'm just going to be sitting there like, yes, man. Yes, you're right. Now, some of these other podcasts, you got the members in there saying some of the most outlandish shit, and everybody in the podcast agreeing with them. You're not getting that out of me. I don't give a fuck who it come from. You're not getting that out of me. You dig? So this is why people don't want to come to the podcast. It's not about being attacked or anything like that. No, they know that for the most part they be spewing a lot of bullshit. And they know that when you come to the Weapon Well podcast, you will be confronted about it. And people can't handle confrontation. That's all it is. It's a reason why these people would rather not do the podcast. They like to be able to sit here, do what I'm doing, without having anybody being able to counterattack. They like to just say what they got to say, whether it's facts, opinion, whether it's a lie, the truth. They rather be able to say what they got to say and put it out there. They don't want to hear nobody countering anything. They don't want to be able to have to think real quick on their feet, you know what I mean, for a response or anything like that. And this is why they don't come on a podcast. If you're not spewing no bullshit, then me, Bond, BG, or whatever, we ain't going to have no reason to even say anything to you. You dig? Oh, this is becoming an exposure podcast. It's not becoming an exposure nothing. We're on here talking about games. So yes, your gaming resume should check the fuck out. You dig? Your gaming resume should check out. And as we have seen since we've been doing this podcast, some things have been said about certain games and certain gaming, conversations, and then they come to find out that the resume ain't even check all the way out for said topic. So it's not like me or anybody else is like way over the top when we like, yo, let me check out your credentials to make sure you know what the fuck you talking about. I don't understand why people even have a problem with that. You dig? Now, people think that, oh, all we do is attack Kid Smoove. First of all, Kid Smoove says he says, the Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Now, somebody that done made up a motherfucking catchphrase and run around screaming that shit, what makes you think that they are not going to be a target week in, week out? I don't understand what makes y'all think he's not going to be a target week in, week out when you run around talking about some Xbox is the best box and I am the best bot. Really? So with that being said, somebody that thinks like that, somebody that even came up with their own fucking catchphrase like that, is going to be somebody that's going to be saying some crazy shit. And saying crazy shit will be confronted. It happens to everybody in the fucking podcast. If I say some crazy shit, I'm going to get confronted. Bond, BG, and whoever else that's in the goddamn podcast, if you say something crazy, you're going to be called out on it. You're going to be confronted. Period. It doesn't matter who it is, but somebody that says that Xbox is the best box and they're the best bot, Kid Smoove tends to say some things that are crazy. You know, as far as example as yesterday, we were talking about the video he made, saying that if you're not playing Halo 5, then he's kicking you off your friend list, his friend list. He's going to unfollow you, he's going to unsub you, and all of that. If you're not playing Halo 5, but you choose to play Call of Duty. That's some crazy shit. So yes, that will be spoken on. You dig? Then we find out that he was upset because he had nobody to play with on Halo 4 because they was all playing Black Ops 2 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, we're going to speak on that. That's some crazy shit. Motherfuckers act like we just be sitting there picking on Kid Smoove, like just out the blue, like, oh, let's fuck with Kid Smoove. No, Kid Smoove usually makes some crazy statements, and we speak on it. We confront what he's saying. At the same time, Kid Smoove is still a cool dude. I'll be playing Gears with Kid Smoove. He's still cool. Nobody has a personal problem with Kid Smoove. And Kid Smoove actually knows that. That's why he doesn't take anything personal. That's why he continues to come on the show week in, week out. He knows this is nothing personal. It's nothing personal with anybody. We're talking about games, people. That's it. The topics is gaming. There's no drama. There's no drama. It's just that some of y'all are used to podcasts where everybody agrees with everybody on every point. That's not going to happen here. It's not happening on the Weapon Well podcast. It damn sure ain't happening while I'm there. It's not going to fucking happen. We're not trying to be politically correct. We're not professionals. We're just a bunch of gamers that sit around and talk about the current events of fucking gaming. That's it. Y'all need to lighten the fuck up. Some of y'all. Majority of the people enjoy the show. You dig? Majority of the people enjoy this show. You can see in the comments. You can see by the likes, the dislikes ratio. But like I said, did I really have to make this video? No, I didn't. But why not? Fuck it. I ain't got nothing else to talk about today as far as games go. But I just want to assure people in the future or in the past, lighten up. Also, you got to understand that everybody has a different personality. So you might get somebody on the show that really don't talk a lot. Because they don't have that personality where they can, like, anybody can talk. Just, you can get your point across, get your opinion in, anything. All you got to do is speak up. You know what I mean? But some people can be easily dominated in their fucking debate or discussion. And they just not used to speaking up. Like I said, most people, not most, but a lot of people that come on the show and they might seem very quiet, but then in their own videos, they're excited and jipper and all of that. That's because that's what they're used to. They're used to being by themselves, talking into a mic. They're not used to confrontation. They're not used to counter points and all of that shit. They're used to just talking in their mic, hitting record, hitting stop, upload their shit. But then when they come to the weapon wheel, they're quiet as a motherfucking church mouse. They just don't have that personality where they can be outspoken. You dig? You know, and it could be due to a bunch of reasons. I don't fucking know exactly. You know what I mean? But that's just how some people are. I'm saying that because some people are like, oh, well, this person or that person, they didn't even get a chance to talk. Yo, they got plenty of chances to talk. They just chose not to. You understand what I'm saying? You can say whatever the hell you got to say on the podcast. They just chose not to. And another thing I want to touch on real quick is, you know, Kid Smoove is one of the brave people that come on the podcast. As far as when it comes to them X-Fags, a lot of them not trying to come. Where Red Dragon at? He was supposed to have been on like the first episode. Never showed up. Why? Because he knows he's an X-Fag. And he knows when he comes, he's going to get called out on that shit. So, of course, he will never come to the podcast if I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Or if Bond there. I don't think he'll come if Bond there either. Because he knows he will be called out. People don't want to be in that type of environment. They want to be able to spew all the bullshit that they can spew and not have any counters to it. That's great. That's easy, right? Well, that's never happening while I'm there. You say something crazy, I'm going to confront you on it. If I say something crazy, they're going to confront me on it. That's just how it is, man. The Weapon Wheel podcast is about entertaining and talking about different gaming topics. Sometimes we deviate, but at the same time, all conversations still remain on gaming. And yes, your resume might be checked. You know what I'm saying? I did check out Emma and Robin gaming background as far as gaming go when BG told me they was going to be on there. You absolutely right, because I want to know what type of people I'm dealing with. Am I dealing with real gamers, or am I dealing with a bunch of fucking frauds? That's what I wanted to find out. You dig? And that's just me. You don't like it? Oh, well. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all support fake shit anyway. That's just the way the world is today. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all still support motherfuckers that was making reviews for games they never played. That's crazy to me. Insane. But hey, that's just me, man. You goddamn right I made sure Emma and fucking Robin played games. Yes, I did check. I was on both of their PSN profile. Like, okay, they game, they play. That's all I want to see. I just want to see if you play. Because if you don't, then you will be called out for it. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't deal with frauds. So, all of that, oh, it's exposed. No, it's not. None of that. We just making sure what we bring y'all is authentic gamers. That's it. We want to make sure we bringing y'all people that's actually gaming. So when they talk, you can take their opinion, you can accept their opinion with respect. Rather than it's somebody that you find out that don't play no games, but here they is running their mouth about games. No, that's it. We just trying to make sure we bring y'all authentic gamers. That's it. Is that a problem? If it is, I don't know what to tell y'all. But anyway, Damn, this video 15 minutes. It didn't even feel like that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. If you liked the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. It's your boy Hard8. Deuces.
Hey! Hey! New shoes on the Range Rover, good with mine. Yeah, motherfuckers act like I